You mentioned the global campaign against Israel, and one of the things that this campaign completely ignores and doesn't talk about is how the Hamas uses people as human shields. Uh, could you please explain to our viewers the exact tactics that Hamas uses in deploying human shields, people as human shields? What exactly do they do? I've heard about people not being allowed to leave their homes. I've seen visuals of blockades on the roads. Tell us exactly what they do so that we can actually understand how this is done.
Hamas's human shield strategy is so much worse than you're describing, because not only does Hamas prevent people from evacuating civilian areas, it spent 16 years deliberately embedding its terror infrastructure underneath civilian facilities. They have built tunnel shafts and command centers and weapon silos underneath schools, under homes, under universities, under kindergartens, under hospitals, under mosques. And as our soldiers go through the Gaza Strip, they are uncovering evidence of Hamas's crimes against humanity. We found tunnel shafts underneath children's beds. We found weapons and missiles inside children's mattresses. We found tunnels leading from a university to a school and weapons manufacturing facilities inside mosques and booby traps with cables leading to clinics. Because Hamas's whole strategy is to attack our people and then hide behind their women and children in order to evade justice, so we can't get to them. And then what happens if innocent people get hurt? That creates images for international TV. That generates international sympathy. That generates diplomatic pressure, and they hope that that will force Israel to stop, and Hamas will be able to get off the hook. Israel is doing everything it can to minimize civilian casualties. Hamas is doing everything it can to maximize civilian casualties. It's part of Hamas's strategy to sacrifice innocent civilians in order to get sympathy and force Israel to stop defending itself. And we're now fighting a unique challenge. No army in the history of the world has fought a counter-terror war in an urban area against an enemy that has spent nearly 20 years embedding itself under civilian areas. And we have found 1,500 tunnel shafts in Gaza, almost all of them, in schools, homes, hospitals, and mosques. So that is Hamas's human shield strategy. And it's a sad fact that everyone who has been killed since Hamas declared war with the October 7 massacre would still be alive if Hamas had not declared this war, if Hamas were not fighting this war from inside densely populated civilian areas, and no one else needs to be hurt if Hamas simply surrenders. And we think that everyone who wants the fighting to stop should be demanding an immediate and unconditional Hamas surrender so that the terrorists who burned, beheaded, and raped innocent people on October 7th can be brought to justice.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net.